It is great to have you here tonight. I know I've had to practice Hiroya's name all the way in here because for the last 4 weeks, when I've been advertising this, I've had to sort of look at it and say, now, how do you pronounce it? It's not like Jerry Smith. That is such an easy name to pronounce. But Hiroya Tsukamoto is here with us this evening, and we're delighted that he's the next musician in what has affectionately become the Holy Comforter Concert Series. And the venue, thanks to Fred Chester, has become an exceptional place for musicians of Hiroya's caliber to come and just give us a great concert. And I just want to publicly thank Linda Harkey. Where is she tonight? Linda, thank you for introducing us and for doing some legwork just to help make this a success tonight. So our hope is that you will find this venue welcoming and warm and very relaxing tonight as you spend some time with Hiroya. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be back to Tallahassee, Florida. This is my second time playing here. My name is Hiroya. I grew up in a small town outside of Kyoto, Japan. As you might know about Kyoto, Kyoto is one of the most traditional part of Japan because it was the old capital city almost 1,000 years before they moved the capital to Tokyo now. So I grew up with a very traditional environment, but somehow I began playing 5-string banjo when I was 13 years old in middle school, which was very unusual. And of course, I was the only kid in town playing banjo around that time. But this is a result. So what I do is a mixture of different things, and I hope you enjoy the performance. The first piece was one of my compositions named From Coast to Coast. And as I get to travel to different places, I write many songs in different locations. And I wrote this next piece in Utah about a couple years ago. And besides playing shows in Utah, I had one extra day. I rented a Jeep, and after driving a Jeep about a couple of hours, I got to this beautiful place, which was a natural stone bridge with the huge red rocks. And I had my guitar with me, and I wrote this piece there. And the name of the piece is also the name of the place. And this one is called Gemini Bridge. It's to the band and the cave. It's to the band and the tape. It's to the neck and the nose. Thank you. That was the original piece called Another Great Day to Be Alive. I like to sing one Japanese folk song since I grew up there, and I want to introduce one of the Japanese folk songs. And this song is coming from southern part of Japan, Okinawa. You know Okinawa, right? And as you know, Okinawa was a part of the United States after the World War II for a while. But also Okinawa was even a different country before Japan. And because of the reason, Okinawa had developed their own very unique culture, including traditional folk music. This is one of the folk songs which talks about the woman when Okinawa was a different country. It was actually a kingdom. And she was a beautiful woman, so she was proposed by a king. And people at the time there were living a very difficult times because people were oppressed. So basically, whatever king said, they were supposed to say yes. But this woman, she didn't want to get married with him, so she refused his proposal. However, she survived. And she became heroine, and this song came about. And I'll be singing this song in Okinawan local dialect, which I don't even understand much. But you can sing along if you want. 佐渡屋の小山によさゆいゆいアンチュラサリバシよまたはりのチンダラカのシャマよさあ雑誌シュヌマナンバよさゆいゆい太郎やねずむたよたはりのちんだらかのしゃまよはいよいよそそはいよいよそそさあ佐渡屋の小山にさゆいゆいアンチュラサリバシよまたはりのちんだらかのしゃまよさあ佐渡屋の小山にさゆいよアンチュラサリ しよまた針のちんだらかのしゃよさ佐渡屋の小山にはいはいよアンチュラサビバシよまた針のちんだらかのしゃまよThank you. About 20 minutes north from New Haven, Connecticut, there is a town called Hamden. And there are two mountains in Hamden. One is a round one. Next is a round mountain. There is a longer one, and they are connected each other. And local people call it Sleeping Giant. And it's also a state park. It's a beautiful mountains. And next to Sleeping Giant, there is a university named Quinnipiac University. And one of the professors there comes to my show pretty often whenever I play in Connecticut. And last September, he asked me to compose a piece about Sleeping Giant because he's very attached to these mountains, and he actually lives right next to the mountains too. And also this place got tornado last spring in 2018. And lots of trees fell, and so State Park was closed over the year. And they finally reopened the park this year. So he wanted me to compose a piece about the mountains. And last December, he called me up and he said, why don't you come up here? And I went up to Connecticut, and me and him did a couple of hours trail walking throughout the mountains because he wanted me to feel the mountains before composing. And after I came home, he sent me 5 books about these mountains. And he wrote a little letter saying that you have to study about this place. But it was very hard. Especially English is not my first language. But I tried my best to read those books, and I composed this next piece. And I played this piece for the first time right after composing at the Quinnipiac University last spring in April. And this place was originally a sacred place of Native American people living there back then. And their name is Habamock people, so I named this piece as Habamock. They are a day and so they are the living day. Lead us into the light. Lead us into the night. Lead us into the light. Lead us into the night. Lead us into the light. Lead us into the night. Lead us into the light. Lead us into the night. Lead us into the light. Lead us into the night. Lead us into the light. Lead us into the night. Saratehendo, Aya Dalicente, Aya Saratehendo, Aya Dalicento, Aya Saratehendo, Aya Dalicente. Hey, Saratehendo, hey, Davidente, hey, Saratehendo, hey, Davidendo, hey, Saratehendo, hey, Davidente. Hey, la vidente. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a good time. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. This is such a beautiful.
Music you wrote for him? Did he like the music you wrote?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He invited me to play again next year. So. I wrote this next piece in a small village back in Kyoto, Japan, where my grandparents are from. And both of my grandparents, my dad's parents, are coming from this very, very small village community. And I used to go there a lot when I was a kid. And it's a beautiful place in the valley, and I have a very good memory of this place. And I haven't been back to this place for years. And about 5 years ago, I had a chance going back to this place after a long time. And when I was a kid, I always brought my guitar, and I used to play the guitar in the mountains. And 5 years ago, I brought my guitar again there, and I wrote this piece there. And this piece is called Takibi, T-A-K-I-B-I. Takibi is a Japanese word which means bonfire, because making bonfire was kind of a tradition, especially in those rural villages back then. Thank you. I'm going to tell you two stories along with the music. And I learned this technique, storytelling technique, from lots of American folk singers because I get to play at different folk festivals. And that's what they do, stories and music. One story is about USA, one story is about Japan, and I hope you will enjoy my stories. Knoxville, Tennessee, East Tennessee is a special place for me because I met some people important and some of them became very good friends. And one of them is Bill Allen. And Bill plays the guitar and also he built a guitar and he's really into guitar music, especially finger style guitar, acoustic guitar music, which I sort of play. And he heard my music on the radio in Tennessee, and he liked it. And Bill somehow found my email address, and he wrote me an email. And he wrote that if you're coming back to Tennessee again, please let me know, because I want to organize your concert in my town. I want to share what you do with my community. And it's been 5 years playing in his town, and every year I go to Tennessee, his concert is part of my Tennessee tour. His wife, her name is Dawn. Dawn is a park ranger of Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So Dawn knows very well about those mountains. You know, plants, trees, animals, and also hiking trails. Every time I go to Tennessee, they usually take me to the trails. But last year when I was in Tennessee, they didn't take me to the trails. And Bill said to me, I'm going to take you to the place which might be very interesting for you. And he started driving his Jeep towards the mountain. Bill drove about an hour. When we got to almost the top of the mountain, he stopped the Jeep and he said, we got here. As soon as I opened the door, I heard Japanese talking to me, which was very surprising. And when I looked, there was a Japanese Buddhist monk standing in front of me. And monk said to me, welcome to my temple, follow me. So I followed the monk walking up to top of the mountain where there was a temple. And monk said to me, I'm so happy to see you because it's almost impossible to meet Japanese people in mountain Tennessee. So you came all the way, which I really appreciate. So I like to read the chant for you. So come inside. He invited me to the building and he asked me to sit down on the floor in a Japanese traditional way. So I sat down on the floor, and he said, close your eyes. And I closed my eyes. And shortly after, he started reading the chant. And that was the same chant which my grandmother used to read every morning when I was a kid. And I knew that in my mind that I was in mountain in Tennessee. But as I was closing my eyes, listening his voice, I felt like I was going back to my past.上には上がいるそんなものさいろんな人がいる生き方がある東から西へ旅を続けていろんな景色を見た暮らしを見た I've been traveling alone from the east to the west I've been traveling alone to find myself, to find my way I've been traveling alone from the town to town I've been traveling alone to find myself, to find my way. I've been living here in the United States for 19 years this year, so it's been a long time. So sometimes I feel like I became more like you guys, American people, more casual, or I would say more open. And now when I go back to Japan, I have a hard time communicating with Japanese people because they are too formal or too polite. I don't mean you guys are not polite. I had a chance performing on a television program in Tokyo, and I went there sound check, setting up the sound system. And there was a group of people working as a sound team, and I was just amazed by their work, how they work as a team. Very, very organized. That's what I thought in the beginning. And after the sound check, I noticed that my mic stand was a little too far, so I wanted to move it toward me. As I was touching my mic stand, a guy next to me stopped me, and he said, "Do you want to move your mic stand?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "I think you can do it, but I have to ask my boss." He went to the back room to get his boss, and his boss came in about a couple minutes later. And his boss said to me, "I heard you like to move your mic stand. Is it right?" And I said, "Yes." And I asked him, "Is it possible?" And he said, "I think you can do it, but I gotta ask my boss." He got a transceiver, and he called his boss, and he got a approval, and I was able to move my mic stand. After the sound check, I went to the green room where I was waiting. I was waiting with another musician from New York City who was a drummer. We heard somebody knocking on the door, and the guy came in with water bottles. And he said to us, "I brought waters for you. And this left bottle is for you, for me. And this right bottle is for your drummer." And I was like, "What?" And when I looked at my bottle, I saw my name on the bottle. And when I looked at his bottle, I saw his name on the bottle. And we looked at each other and laughed. We said, "This is just too much." It's just water bottles, and they don't have to do this. So I asked the guy, "Is it okay to switch the bottle?" You know what he said? "Let me ask my boss." には上がいるそんなものさいろんな人がいる生き方がある東から西へ旅を続けていろんな景色を見た暮らしを見た I've been traveling alone from the east to the west I've been traveling alone to find myself to find my way I've been traveling alone from the town to town I've been traveling alone to find myself to find my way Thank you. Thanks for listening. I'm going to do 2 more songs. Is that okay for you? Yeah? Thank you. From the end of July to the beginning of August, I taught at the music gathering in North Carolina near Asheville, western part of North Carolina. The gathering is called Swananoa Gathering. It's basically a music camp for adults. It's a beautiful music community. And I taught 3 classes for Guitar Week. And same week, there was another one going on at the same time, named Contemporary Folk Week, which is more like a singer-songwriter oriented classes, more like folk classes. And between my 3 classes, I had one empty time. So I was thinking maybe I should take one of the folk classes. And since I was an instructor, I didn't have to pay. And I ended up taking one of the vocal classes, which was very inspiring for me because I never took vocal classes in my life. And in the class, teacher asked students to write a piece in the class with no instrument. And she said to us, I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes, and why don't you go out and write a piece and come back. And I went out, and I walked through the woods and try to hear what's coming from my head. And this simple melody came about with Japanese poetry. And I came back to the classroom and I sang this piece. And the same week, there was a morning meditation at 6:30 a.m., which was led by a monk. And I try to go there every morning. And while I was meditating, the monk was telling us very thoughtful stories about life. And if someone had questions or problems about life, he answered his idea. And while I was listening his talking, I came up with another part. And I combined these 2 parts together, and I made this new piece. And I have a friend who is an American singer-songwriter based in Los Angeles. And she used to live in Tokyo for years, and she's very fluent in both English and Japanese. And she especially worked for music business as a translator. And she translated many American rock and pop songs into a Japanese lyrics, which was for a CD booklet. And this time she helped me to translate from my Japanese to a beautiful English version. So I'm going to read what she wrote in the middle of the song.「海の見える街に君は家を建てた」「悲しい思 思いで忘れるために海の見える街に僕も家を建てた悲しいあなたのそばにいるために生きてゆくのはつらいそれを言わないだけで僕もあなたと同じまた朝が来たねYou built us a house up on a hill. There is an ocean view from every room. All along, you sit there and gaze, hoping that the memory fades. I also built a house up on a hill. There is a sound of water in the air. All the pain that you have endured washes out beyond the shore. Pain is but a part of every life, but these are the words I cannot bear to say. We are just drops of water in the sea. Morning tide will bring another day. 海の見える街に君は家を建てた悲しい思い出忘れるために海の見える街に僕も家を建てた悲しいあなたのそばにいるために生きてゆくのはつらいそれを言わないだけで僕もあなたと同じまた朝が来たね海の見える街に君は家を建てた悲しい思い出忘れるためにThank you so much for listening. I'm going to do one more piece for today. And thank you, Fred, for the sound. Thanks very much. And also, I want to say thank you for Linda. She was at I met her at the Swan and Rock Gathering in North Carolina. We took the same vocal class. And since I had a show in Pensacola yesterday and tomorrow Gainesville, and I had one empty date, which was today, and I contacted her if she knows any place to play because Tallahassee is the middle, the half point, and she connected this church, and this came about. So thank you, Linda. And if you like my music, I brought some CDs there on the table in the front door, so please check them out. And also, besides CDs, I have a mailing list. If you sign up your emails, I'm gonna send you a monthly newsletter from different places I go, so you're gonna know when I'm coming back to Florida again. This is another original piece called Black Canyon, which is the name of the place in Colorado, which I composed this piece. Thanks so much. You want to hear one more? Yes? Okay, I'm going to play something different. This is not the original piece. This is not a Japanese folk song. This is actually a Scottish folk song. But I love this song, and I've been playing this song for many years. And I think you might know this one. This is called Water is Wide. Water is wide, I can't cross over, and neither have wings to fly. Build me a boat I can carry two, and both shall row. My love and and both shall roll. My love and I, and both shall roll. My love and I. Thank you.